Yo, welcome back. Lesson 6, distinguishing between two types of situations. Which one doesn't belong? See the structure. Alright, y'all work on this while I pause. Why is there a lag? Alright, y'all work on this. I'll be back. Alright, what we got here? We got some equations. We got a boom. Alright, I think that's a little better. 4x plus, not really, 4x plus 12 equals 9. Then we got this right here, which is equal to a 4x plus 12 equals 9. I gotta figure that out. This is gonna be a 3x plus 4 equals 9. We just switch this stuff up and switch it up again, and we're gonna get a 4x plus 12 equals 9. Alright, so basically this one right here is the oddball, so I guess that one doesn't belong. Alright, pause if you need to. Let's keep it moving. We're not doing a card activity. Even more situations, diagrams, and equations. So if we look at this, this is kind of like this looks like 3x plus 12 equals 90, and this looks like 3 times the quantity y plus 12 paren equals 90. Okay, so those are slightly different. Then we got two stories. Lynn has 90 flyers to hang up. She gave 12 flyers to each of 3 volunteers. Then she took the remaining flyers and divided them up equally between the 3 volunteers. Okay. Then in the second one, Lynn had 90 flyers to hang up around the school. After giving the same number of flyers to each of the 3 volunteers, she had to hang up she had 12 left to hang up herself. Alright, so got that. Let me delete this part. Pause it if you need to. Which diagram goes with each story? In each diagram, which part of the story does the variable represent? Write an equation corresponding to each story. We did that. Find the value, then solve it. Okay, got you. All right, so let's go here. Which one goes with? Let's do 1 and 2. So I'm gonna pause for a moment and let you do that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so diagram A, which was let's do this. Diagram A was 3x plus 12 equals 90, and this was 3 quantity y plus 12 equals 90. Okay, diagram A matches story 2. So this is A. Okay, so this is A, and this one is B. Diagram A, okay, shows 3 groups of flyers and 1 separate group of exactly 12. So we got 3 groups and exactly 12. Okay. Story 2 clearly states that there were 12 flyers left to hang by Lynn. She had to hang 12 left to hang herself. Okay, so that would be Lynn, 12 flyers right there. And it says after she gave the same number of flyers to three volunteers. So that would be the 3x, and this would be the plus 12, And then, of course, we got the 90 right there. All right, so the other one, Lynn had 90 flyers to hang up around school. She gave 12 flyers to each of 3 volunteers. Okay, then she took, okay, the remaining flyers and divided them up equally among the 3 volunteers. So she gave the 12 flyers. The 12 flyers is the 12 flyers right there to 3 volunteers. Okay. Then she took the remaining flyers and divided them up equally. Between the 3 volunteers. And that is equal to the Y. Alright. There you go with that. In each diagram, which part of the story? Okay, so we did that. So Y is the divided them up among equally between the 3 volunteers. That equals the Y. Okay, so we could put a box around it like that. The 3 volunteers. Okay, because what's in the box is equal to the Y, and each of the 3 volunteers is the giving the same number of flyers to each of the 3 volunteers. All of that represented by the 3x. Alright, let's pause there for a minute. Boom, boom, boom. Not having it. Boom, boom. Alright, so we got that part done. Alright, I guess we're supposed to go down to the bottom here and do some solving. Alright, so let's do that. Let's go down to the bottom here. Ain't got much space, but I think we can manage it. Okay, so we had 3 equations here. We had the 3y plus 12 was equal to 90, and then we had the 3x plus 12 is equal to 90. So why don't you take a moment and work that out. Keep wanting to leave that paren out. Alright, pause it and work these out. Boom. Alright, assuming you did that, and we're gonna distributive. I know it's not pretty, but it's getting done though. Ooh, we don't want to do all that. We just want to do this plus this 36 equals 90. And ooh, this does not want to be neat. I apologize, people. I apologize. Hold on one second. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so boom. So we need to calculate. Boom, and we're gonna get boom. 90 minus 36 is gonna give us what? 54. Doing too much on here. So this is 3y equals 54. Divide that by 3, and that's going to give us 18, right? 54 divided by 3 equals 18. Okay, so that equals 18. But you know, there's another way you could do that. Is you could do 3y plus, man, that's a y, horrible looking y, equals, and a parentheses, equals 90. You could first divide and divide this by 3 and then divide this by 3, and that gives you y plus 12 equals 30. Okay, and then if I don't know why my pen is writing so rough, minus 12. Okay, and that will give us y equals 18 as well. Okay, so there's two ways to do that. All right, so then over here we're going to get minus 12. All right, boom, minus 12, boom. That's going to give us a 3x equals 78. Divide by 3, divide by 3, and x is going to give us a having technical difficulties, boom. X is going to give us a 26. You can do the math. You can do the math. And you can do the math. All right. Pause it as necessary. And then we'll keep it moving. Boom. Find the value of the variable in the story. Okay, so that's what we did. We did y equals 18 and x equals 12. All right. Pause it as needed. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so we got, are you ready for more? A tutor is starting a business in the first year. They start with 5 clients and charge $10. $10 per week for an hour of tutoring with each client. Okay, in the first year, they start with 5 clients and charge $10 per an hour for an hour of tutoring each week. For each year, following year, they double the number of clients and the number of hours each week. Each new client will be charged 150% of the charge of the new client from the previous year. Organize this into a table. Wow. Okay. Doing the most. Okay. Year 1. Clients. 5 hours per week. Okay, it's 5 clients, and charge $10 per week. All right, let's do it like this. Let's switch that up. Okay, let's put the rate 10. Okay, and let's make this why is it rate per hour is $10. Okay, for each year. Okay, in the first year they start charging for 5 clients $10 per hour for an hour of tutoring. Okay, so 1 hour. Okay, hours per week. So that's 5 times 1. So 5 clients, 1 hour. That's going to be 5 hours per week. Okay. So we got $10 times 5 is weekly. What? I'm telling you, this pen is not. Weekly rate is $50. Okay. Year 2, we got double the clients. So now we got 10. And we do 10 times 1.5 because it said 150% increase. So the 100% is the 100% and 0.5 is an extra 50%. So we're going to times 1.5. So 10 times 1.5. Boom. 10 times 1.5 equals $15. Okay. And 15 times 10 clients, and it's an hour each. So that's going to be 10 hours a week. Okay, so these are going to be the same clients and hours per week, but we're doing 10 times 15, so that's going to be $150. All right, so 3 is, boom, pause for a second. All right, where were we? Okay, I think we're on week 3 and whatnot. Okay, so hold up. Okay, so week or year 3, double, so 20, and time 15 times 1.5, clear. Clear. 15 times 1.5 equals 22.5. 22. Wow, seriously. 22.50 cents. And we're going to be doing 20 hours a week. So that's going to give us 22.5 times 20 equals 450. 450. Boom. Okay, so you see 20 a week. Okay. I'm trying to think of something. If I'm saying they start with 5 clients in terms for 1 hour of tutoring with each. Okay, so that's 5 hours a week. So that's really, okay, each week. So you're getting kind of more because assuming you see them every week. Okay. All right. So then we got 4. So monthly, this should be times 4. Okay. So anyway, so you double it, and now you got 40 clients, and you're going to be doing 2250. Shoot, I could do this model right here. Maybe I should start too. Times 1.5 equals 33.75 equals 33.75. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, and it's going to be 40 hours a week. Then you multiply this times 40. Wow, but that's a lot of time. 1,350. That's a 50. Okay. Boom. All right. So there you go. Let me take a picture of this. Boom. Nope. Don't want that. Boom. Don't want that. Let me pause. I'm sorry. Let me pause. All right. So we got that. What's the next question though? Let me delete. Next question. Assuming this is a full-time 40-hour week, how many years will it take to reach full-time, and how many clients will be taken on in that year? Okay. Well, we already did it because it was 40 hours. Okay, 40 hours is a full-time job, and that's 4 years. Okay, so it took Assuming how many years. All right. And how many clients? So it was 4 years to get to 40 hours. All right. And hold on. You took on, hold on. Pause 1 second. Wow, I just went down a major rabbit hole with this question. Okay, assuming full-time week is 40 hours per week, how many years would it take to reach full-time? How many clients will be taken on that year? 4 years and 40 clients. We already got that from the previous chart. After reaching full-time, what is the tutor's annual salary if we take 2 weeks vacation? All right, let's try to figure that out. Hold on. Okay, so what's this? Okay, so that's from the previous question up there. So in year 4, they're making $13.50 a week. Okay, there's $13.50, $13,050 a week. Time there's 52 weeks in a year. Okay, there's 52 weeks in a year. If you take 2 weeks off, that's 50 weeks in a year. And so you're multiplying that right there, and you get wow, that is crazy. Okay, that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. You know that? Ask me why that's crazy, y'all. Because this calculation is on them having 40 clients, which is basically 40 students. Okay, 40 students, and they're making 70,000. So say I'm making around that, a little bit more, but around that, and I have how many students? So if you could make this making with 40 students, then that's crazy. Is there another business model you would recommend? Explain your reasoning. Well, yeah. How many of you all are future business owners? Let me hear what you think. Okay. The business model would be group tutoring, because that's basically what I do, because I have 4 mods times 30 students. So imagine if, and I see you guys for what, 70 minutes or something. So imagine if I got 120 students. If I'm getting paid what this dude is getting paid, and he only has 40 students, basically I would be doing, I have 3 times as many students, because what's 40 times 3? That's 120, right? So what do you get if you multiply this times 3? Man, let's say this is 70,000. Let's round this up to 70,000 just for grins. You're talking about $210,000. Oh my gosh. Man, that's crazy. Let me pause this real quick. I'm in shock. Man, y'all, I need to take a picture of this. Let me take a picture of this, y'all. For real. I need to reevaluate some stuff. Anderson need to start tutoring. All right. So let's clear this out and let's see what's next. All right, next is the summary, and you can read that on your own and then go ahead and start doing the practice prompts. And if you got any questions, ask me in class. And other than that, peace.